Hello, epic viewers from around the multiverse. Prepare to bask in unprecedented glory, because today I'm going to reveal the action figures which I recently bought from the Dollar Tree. So which action figures did I pick up? Without further ado, without further delay, without further procrastination, allow me to demystify the answer to that inquiry right here, right now. So recently, I procured action figures at the Dollar Tree, and I just succumbed to paying an extortion fee to buy them. The sales tax here is roughly 67%, so these action figures cost more than $1. So just be prepared to pay an extortion fee if your state levies sales tax. Of course, the sales tax is earmarked into funding the amenities for the utmost unproductive people. So I apologize about digressing a bit, but let me just reveal them. Now, these action figures are obscured by these bags, but I was able to obtain more ninjas. I recollect getting 4 ninjas. I got 3 black ninjas. Actually, I revoked my previous statement. I got 3 black ninjas in conjunction with a robot. Here's the black ninja. He was roughly $1.06 or $1.07. Of course, I'm not including the mileage and the depreciation in the car and the gas money needed to get to the Dollar Tree. You have to travel to and from the Dollar Tree is a hassle. It's a big ordeal, but it is what it is. He comes with 2 little shuriken and 2 weapons. He has little pegs protruding out of his hand. I love his sculpt, I love his deco, I love his textures, I love his aesthetics, I love his shadings. He's not a bad figurine for $1 per se, and he comes with a cardboard back, so you could hang him on the wall. As a bonus, here's a action figure from Walmart. He was almost $10 when you factor in the sales tax. It was likely turned out by McFlurry Toys. I'm not well acclimated with Titanfall 2. I play number 1. It's not a bad game per se, but I haven't really dabbled in playing console games in a long time. And then we have this figure, not from the Dollar Tree, but again I'll throw it in as a bonus. It's the Dragon Ball Superstars or Dragon Star series, the Frieza Final Form. He comes with interchangeable hands, a little piece for Shinron. I have the Jack specific Shinron. He has 2 fisted hands, 2 open hands. He has ample points of articulation. Not a bad figurine per se. That's not from the Dollar Tree. That would cost you $20 plus tax if you want that Frieza, close to $22. Here's another figure from the Dollar Tree. I just need to quickly show it. My memory on my hard drive is nearly depleted. So here's that other ninja I was talking about. He's homogeneous to the other black ninja. Now I have other ninja figures in storage, so those are relegated to a storage unit. And these ones I'll likely have to put inside the storage unit as well. I just don't have the space for anything in the room. Here's the robot figure I'm talking about. It's too bad that his eyes are not painted. He has relatively few color schemes, but not a bad figurine for $1. Of course, the dollar store figurines of the past were superior to these 2018 dollar store figurines. They were better in terms of articulation, in terms of shadings, in terms of sculpts, in terms of decos, in terms of accessories. Now I still have those dollar store figurines that were released a decade and a half ago, which was roughly 15 years ago. I remember I bought some when I was 9 and 10, so it was slightly over a decade and a half ago, probably a bit closer to 2 decades ago. But the dollar had more purchasing power back then. The dollar today lost roughly 97 to 98% of its purchasing power. So fiat currency is practically worthless. It's off the gold standard. It's backed by nothing. It's practically meaningless. You could just exchange it in for goods and services. And the only thing that gives fiat currency any semblance of value is the form that it has perceived value, since it's off the gold standard. But let me showcase the last figure. So essentially, as a totality, I guess you could say these acquisitions weren't bad. With the sales tax factored in, it costed me close to $5, and that doesn't include the depreciation on the car and the gas costs needed to get to the Dollar Tree. So it's a big hassle and ordeal traveling to the Dollar Tree, but it is what it is. You have to concede to driving to get certain items. Not everything is purchasable via online. Now, do I have any qualms about not buying more? Perhaps I should have bought more, but I presume that these figures are going to be restocked in other Dollar Trees. I'm indigent, I'm destitute, and I just didn't want to accrue significantly more debt by buying more. I shouldn't be buying these in the first place, but I haven't seen these in eons. I didn't want to pass up a deal on these figures from the Dollar Tree, so I just succumbed to my desires. I yearned to buy these figurines. I've wanted them for a while, so I decided to get them. I'm going to double bag them so that they have a little buffer between them, and I'm going to repackage everything. What else? So these figures will likely be confined to the storage unit. It's quite unfortunate, but it is what it is. The Frieza figure and the Titanfall figure have better packaging, so I don't have to worry too much about repackaging those per se. But yeah, so for $4 I got 3 ninjas, 1 robot. It's actually closer to $5. I guess I have really no regrets about this purchase, because even if I detest and disdain the figures, it's not the end of the world. I laid out less than $5, so I can be gratified in that regard. So the Titanfall figurine and the Frieza figurine were a grand total of almost $33. Again, significantly more expensive, but I'm an avid devout Dragon Ball Z fan, so I consider buying the Frieza. He's a part of Series 1 of Dragon Stars. It consists of a BAF piece. This McFlaurin Titanfall figure has terrible articulation. He's lacking a hinge in his elbows. He can only swivel his forearms, so the articulation for this figure is terrible, but I guess that's okay if considering I spent under $10 for him. So at the end of the day, for under $40 for all these figures, I guess I can't complain too much, right? I'll reserve my gripes for another time. Thanks for watching.